What up, everybody? The one person that's always been a part of Tommy's life from the beginning until now, and the point in time where we're at in force, is his mother, Kate Egan. With no father in the picture growing up, no siblings in the picture, because Kate abandoned her other son, JP. From Tommy's childhood, the one constant in his life has been Kate. But Tommy did find a brother when he met Ghost in grade school, and Ghost remained in Tommy's life as a brother throughout adulthood. But even now that Ghost is no longer in the picture, the one constant that is still in Tommy's life is Kate. And even though Tommy and Kate's relationship has had ups and downs and has been filled with lies, at the end of the day, Kate is still Tommy's mother. So if Kate were to get her Christmas canceled in the final season of Force, this might be the death that Tommy takes harder than any. Keeping in mind that Tommy takes death to those he cares about very hard. When Tommy killed his own father, Tony Teresi, a man who Tommy barely even knew and who was working with the feds, Tommy still took it very hard. And who did he turn to after this? None other than Kate, as Tommy went to Kate after he killed Teresi and was crying in her arms. Tommy has also had to deal with the loss of a couple love interests, Holly and Keisha, and when Tommy killed Holly, he became so depressed that he didn't even care if he lived or died. Then when Ghost was no longer the picture, at the beginning of Force, Tommy even contemplated driving his car off the road. But when it comes to love interest, Tommy's found another love interest in Mireya after the deaths of Keisha and Holly, and even to a lesser extent, Gloria. And even now that Ghost is no longer in Tommy's life, he's even managed to somewhat replace Ghost between JP, Liliana, and Diamond. But when it comes to Tommy's mother, Kate, no matter how jacked up their relationship's been, at the end of the day, you only get one mother. So because of that, Kate's death could have a significant impact on Tommy like we've never seen before. And when we're talking about potential deaths that could take place in Season 3, Kate should definitely be on the list. Because like I just finished talking about, Tommy's already lost two love interests, Holly and Keisha. So if Mireya were to get killed, that storyline is starting to get a little bit tired. But Kate having Christmas canceled would add a more interesting dynamic into the mix. But at the same time, Kate's death would also give Tommy mixed emotions. He would likely be feeling the most pain he's ever felt in his life, losing his mother, but also feeling a sense of relief because Tommy also sees Kate as a burden. Going all the way back to episode 1 of Power, when Kate was first mentioned, she was blowing up Tommy's phone late at night, and Tommy said she probably couldn't sleep. Then the next day after Tommy went to get his money from Kate's crib, he told Ghost that Kate was getting worse and he can't be out there all the time. And we've seen Kate continue to be a burden for Tommy even when she got to Chicago when it comes to Tommy trying to keep D-Mac out the streets. Not to mention when it comes to Tommy's love interests, whether it was Holly, Keisha, or Mireya, Kate has always done something to try to sabotage Tommy's relationship with all three of them. Tommy's also been supplying Kate's coke habit for around 30 years, and I've always wondered if that was part of the reason why Tommy got into the drug game to begin with. I mean, we know they needed the money, but Tommy grew up poor primarily because Kate spent all her money on drugs and alcohol. Kate was probably also turning tricks for either money or coke as well, adding another dynamic of why Tommy got into the game other than just needing money. He probably felt like if he could start supplying Kate's coke habit, she wouldn't have to keep stripping and turning tricks to supply her drug habit. And all this came full circle at the end of Season 2 when Kate showed up at Tommy's crib and saw Mireya in there, and like always tried sabotaging Tommy's relationship when she told Mireya that Tommy gets good little girls like you killed, ultimately causing Tommy to kick Kate out, but not before giving her a bag of coke on her way out. And later when Tommy walked in and saw Kate ODing on the ground, Tommy just froze and stood there when JP told him to call 911. And as Tommy was standing there not moving, just watching Kate almost die, his eyes started to water as he began to cry. So in a way, Kate's death will set Tommy free so he can move on with his life with a serious relationship with Mireya, with Kate no longer being a burden to him. But in another, like I said, this could be the hardest loss that Tommy's ever gonna deal with. And when we're talking about Tommy taking revenge over Kate if somebody kills her, keep in mind that after Tommy killed Teresi, he was so pissed off about how Ghost manipulated the situation. Tommy even came gunning for Ghost, killing Angela in the process. But when it comes down to how Kate will die, I'm reminded of a couple different power storylines that could be Easter eggs to Kate's death. The first being the one I just finished talking about when Tommy killed Angela when he was gunning for Ghost, but Angela moved Ghost out the way and died, saving his life. And the other storyline is how Raina St. Patrick was killed in OG Power because of Tariq getting involved in stuff he wasn't supposed to, causing Ray Ray to come looking for him with the intention of taking out Tariq. When he was confronted by Raina and ended up killing her. I think Kate could end up dying in the same type of way and getting killed inadvertently when someone's coming for D-Mac. And like how Raina's death was one of the saddest deaths in the Power universe, Kate's death will also likely be a very sad death. But like how Tariq got involved with people like Kanan and Ray Ray behind Ghost's back, I think D-Mac is going to get involved in some things in Season 3 of Force behind Tommy's back, as Tommy's trying to keep D-Mac out the game. As the new promo video shows D-Mac telling Marshall, Tommy, that he really needs to make a boss move. So D-Mac's going to be out in the streets wilding in Season 3 and potentially putting even more of a target on his back. After in Season 2, D-Mac killed Mad Dog and is now being targeted by King Kilo. Not to mention that we already know from the Season 3 teasers that it's almost guaranteed that JP gets killed in Season 3, and D-Mac could potentially be the cause of JP's death in the same type of way. Potentially when Jannard and the RDs are coming for D-Mac, JP will get killed inadvertently. And if Kate dies, it will likely be after JP's death, as the trailer shows Kate telling Tommy to make them suffer, likely talking about whoever was involved in killing JP. So right after losing his brother, Tommy might also lose his mother Kate, just making Kate's death that much harder on Tommy. And this would just leave D-Mac as Tommy's last remaining family member. And when it comes to D-Mac, his reckless decisions might end up causing all kinds of chaos in Season 3. If it's D-Mac doing stuff behind Tommy's back that causes Tommy to fall out with CBI, starting the coalition gang wars because of something D-Mac did. And then if Kate and JP also both get killed because of something D-Mac did. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.